Hello, this video is about how open science can benefit bilingualism research. So this paper will be described by Carla Saavedra, Sofia Vera, and who's talking, Alejandro Lopez. So first of all, this video is composed by an introduction and then a description of each story told in this paper. The Legend of the Preprint, a fairy tale about pre-registration, open materials, a memoir, open data and analysis code mystery solved, an epic tale of large-scale collaboration, the story of the adventurous Dr. All-in-One, and then the benefits of this practice. And finally, a conclusion. So the introduction of this paper highlights the importance of cutting edge research for expanding our understanding of the world. Replication by independent research is emphasized as the ultimate test of scientific knowledge. Recent assessment, however, revealed challenges in replicability, especially in social science. This has sparked debates on the reasons behind these replication failures and the need of transparency, avoiding questionable research practice, ensuring statistical power, and increasing collaboration also, leading to the emergence of open science. So these open science practices are increasingly adopted across disciplines, but their application in bilingualism research has been limited. The authors argue that open science can significantly benefit bilingualism research by improving how research approach and understand the variations in bilingualism. They cite an example from the Many Babies Consortium, which employed open science practice to replicate developmental studies in infants' speech preferences, providing more robust and generalizable results.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carla Saavedra, and continuing with the introduction, I can say that the authors argue that open science practices are not yet the norm in bilingualism research, possibly due to lack of awareness or perceived challenges. And they compare the transition to open science to an adventure story, urging researchers to embrace it despite potential anxiety and uncertainty. The paper guides researchers considering open science by presenting 6 tales, each illustrating different components of open science practices. And finally, the authors hope these stories resonate with readers' experiences and encourage them to embark on or continue their open science adventure. Related to the methodology of this article, I have to say that this article is not an experimental one. It is a theoretical article, so it uses literature review. And now, together with my classmates, we will be telling what each story is about. In number 1, we have The Legend of the Preprint. This story is about Dr. File Drawer. Dr. File Drawer, a frustrated researcher, submits a study to the International Journal of Esperanto and Exercise, which yields a null result. Fearing the long peer review process, he discovers the land of the preprint, a mythical place where research can be shared promptly and openly. He explores various preprint servers and discovers a diverse scientific oasis with numerous interesting projects. And despite varying manuscript qualities, Dr. File Drawer engages in discussions using open comments and emails authors for more in-depth conversation. The preprint process empowers researchers to share work, receive feedback, and connect globally, even before formal peer review. Then, after 17 rounds of revisions over 7 years, the paper is accepted for publication. Dr. File Drawer uploads the final version to the land of the preprint retaining copyright, allowing worldwide access without exorbitant fees. And finally, he appreciates the peer review process for valuable feedback and scientific quality verification, but finds satisfaction in having the best of both worlds, which are a peer review publication in a respected journal and a freely accessible preprint. Number two is a fairy tale about pre-registration. This story is about Dr. Fortune Teller. Dr. Fortune Teller, inspired by a track and field competition observation, designs a study on bilingual's advantage in walking backwards. Despite rigorous analysis, reviewers question the validity suspecting harking. Harking means hypothesizing after the results were known. In order to avoid such situations, Dr. Fortune Teller embraces open science practices, particularly pre-registration. So in his next study, he pre-registers on the open science framework, creating a clear record of hypotheses, predictions, methods, and analysis plans. This practice addresses concerns about hacking and ensures transparency in bilingualism research. So as more journals accept register reports submissions, Dr. Fortune Teller envisions a brighter and more reliable science of bilingualism.
Hello, my name is Sofia Vera, and continuing with the stories, Open Materials a Memoir is another one. It is about future Dr. Broller, who decided to shift her in-person study to an online format due to challenges posed by the pandemic. She faces difficulties in finding existing code for programming standardized measures online, but after exhaustive searching, she finds another researcher's pre-existing code for one task and adapted to her needs, saving time and enhancing replicability of her experimental task. She uploads her code and stimuli to the open science framework to share with the research community, enabling others to replicate or build upon her work. Well, the tale highlights the benefits of openly sharing materials in bilingualism research, addressing the debate on bilingualism definition. Openly sharing materials reveals hidden moderators such as stimuli complexity and task programming differences, which are crucial in bilingualism research. And now continuing with the story, future doctors' broader contributions are acknowledged through citation, highlighting the collaborative nature of scientific research. And finally, she commits to being part of the open materials community, dedicated to creating a more interpretable, reliable, and replicable research.
Open data and analysis code. Mystery solved. In this story, Dr. Analysis II, fluent in 26 languages, attends the bilingual research convention and stumbles upon a puzzling poster. Bilinguals 10 times more likely to break legs, by Dr. Shermuch. Intrigued, she explores but finds more questions than answers, spotting badges for open materials and open data, along with a QR code. She investigates further. Accessing the code later, she discovers an online repository with extensive data, including codebooks and analysis scripts. Replicating the study, she identifies a crucial third variable. Bilinguals breaking legs often choose challenging ski routes. Armed with her findings, Dr. Analysis II confronts Dr. Shermuch, who, impressed by her use of open data, invites her to collaborate on a new project, exploring bilinguals' risk-taking. Excited, she reflects on the collaborative power of shared data and code. emphasizing their role in solving mysteries and embarking on research adventures. Now, an epic tale of large scale collaboration. In this story, Dr. Smalltown, determined by bringing knowledge to the elves and hobbit of Elvit, faced bilingualism research challenges due to a small sample size. A tweet about a large scale infant bilingualism collaboration reignited his hope. Joining labs with diverse populations, including centaurs and dragons, Dr. Smalltown drafted a pre registered protocol. The collaboration, encompassing Elvisian bilinguals, resulted in 17 participants. Pooled data allowed for sophisticated modeling and exciting conclusions. The experience underscored the importance of diversity in research, both in research and participants. Challenges in center-dominant areas highlighted the need for pooled resources. Dr. Smalltown gained cultural awareness and improving uh, inclusivity for dragon participants. Beyond findings, the collaboration influenced his mentorship approach. Again, he mentored Holly, who, inspired by the collaboration, transformed in-person studies into online versions. Reflecting on his journey, Dr. Smalltown found fulfillment in persisting and passing on knowledge inclusively and impactfully.
The last tale is the story of the adventurous Doctor All-in-One. Dr. All-in-One, excited about open science, faced concerns about adopting new practices, worries about compromising anonymity in peer review, sample size, data scoping, and sharing materials troubled her. But then an email about an online symposium on open science featuring important speakers like Dr. Feldrower offered a solution. Dr. Feldrower discussed the benefits of preprints, calming Dr. All-in-One's concerns about potential issues in peer review due to preprints. Dr. Fortune Teller's struggles with data scoping in peculiar research highlighted the role of pre-registration in preventing such issues. Dr. Sharma's commentary emphasized the benefits of data sharing, suggesting that starting small and sharing critical parts of the reproducibility is acceptable. And finally, Dr. All-in-One, after the symposium, realized that open science is feasible and inclusive, with various forums aiming to improve science. And the symposium provided valuable insights and practical examples guiding Dr. All-in-One toward embracing open science practices in her research journey. To conclude with the storytelling, I'm going to tell you the benefits that these practices have according to the paper. The first practice is posting preprints, and it allows open free access to research and also accelerates dissemination of knowledge. Then we have pre-registration that allows clear guidelines for analysis, reduce undocumented research degrees of freedom. It allows clear distinction between confirmatory and exploratory research chambers. Open materials allows easier and more direct replication of studies, increases reliability. Open data and analysis code allows the testing of new ideas on existing data, facilitates evaluation of the robustness of findings, maximize benefit from laborious data collection, and reduces mistakes by reusing code. And the last one is large-scale collaboration that increases analytical power and participant diversity by combining samples, strengthen connections between research from different locations, and can increase the diversity of researchers. To conclude with this presentation, we have to say that the authors of these papers agree that bilingualism research can significantly contribute to understanding human development, learning, and behavior. And science practices are identified as crucial tools for addressing these challenges. Um, Also, the authors advocate for transparency, avoidance of questionable research practices, pursuit of reasonable statistical power, and willingness to collaborate and enhance diversity in research.
Despite acknowledging downsides and challenges associated with each open science practice, the authors assert that the benefits far outweigh the limitations. They encourage researchers to embrace open science, emphasizing that the discomfort of new adventures create unique opportunities for innovation and growth. The authors express hope that their stories resonate with researchers' experiences, convincing them that the cost of learning open science practices are outweighed by the benefits of individual science and the scientific community. And these are the references that we used.